relationship those two have, where I guess like Dawn is absolutely terrified of Jazzy until she saw like this was going to be an existential threat to her. She was going to lose her place as like the Q organizer, so then she like kind of turned on Jazzy. But ordinarily, afraid of people like Jazzy, so she'll pretend like Jazzy has the same, she has the same respect for Jazzy that she has for fucking Monica. But like Monica is her ideology, as in Monica will serve as like a mouthpiece. She wants to hear what Monica has to say because Monica's views will align with hers. For Jazzy, she's just fucking afraid of her. Maybe they agree on like the Trump stuff. Never the job. I'm not even advocating for Dawn keeping her job, not keeping her job. I could care less. But what is important is like, dude, enforce the shit fairly. Either you're the kind of person who moves people down, when they interrupt people, just generally, like that's your principle, and it doesn't matter if it's your friend, you move them down like knowledge, or you're the kind of person who just doesn't care, but then I don't want to hear like, you're getting moved down straight away, or today I'm in a bad mood and I'm capricious, I'm just going to move people down, I'm a, whatever, mercurial moderator. Like, that's the shit that's fucking annoying. You know what I'm saying? And that was the shit that pissed me off the other day. It's like, Concrete's my guy. Like, we're pals, so we'll scream at each other and then we'll be cool the next day. But right fucking now, it's my fucking turn on the queue, and he's just incessantly interrupting me. And if it was Monica, it's like 2 interruptions and people start getting moved down by you. Now you're looking for other moderators. Well, other people, why don't you do that for Monica? Why when Monica's getting interrupted, do you not go, oh, Nathan, where are you, Nathan? Oh, knowledge, where's knowledge? Oh, I'm not the only moderator here. Like, why don't you do that for your friends? But you do that when it's like Concrete or people that you don't care about. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason, if you were to ever lose your moderator, that's why you should lose, because you're not applying the rules fairly. And then also, I don't know if Jazzy's better than you per se. Like, clearly, this is like full of method for people to kind of like wiggle their way into some kind of like authoritative position. And it's cool, whatever, if you do a good job, it's like, I don't care, ultimately, this is like, you need validation from this in your life, that's cool. But also, it was super cringe what happened today with Jazzy. Like, if you're genuinely not trying to, like, force yourself into insinuate yourself into the conversation or whatever it is, someone's handling the queue. Why does it fucking matter who does it? And like, yeah, Jazzy was good today, so I don't see why you needed to like impose yourself. It seemed like super weird, kind of. I don't know. Alright, next.
Good. Thank you. What? We need that. More Don critique.
Next person, one Michael King.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Now, I hate that y'all make me have to do this, but I'm going to defend my girl, Dawn. Woo! I'm going to do it. Yeah, you heard that right, Concrete? You heard that right, Timothy? Dawn is not only a sweet woman, yes, she is, but she's also, since she's been instituted as a mod, has done 95% of the time a great, outstanding job, especially given, right, what she does in her real life, and that she's actually a wife, unlike a lot of women in here. Mm-hmm. Now, Concrete, I understand, you're probably going to say, oh, King's being a diplomat, but my nigga, people are allowed, especially when they start out, to 5% of the time, fuck up, have mix-ups or situations where don't go super well, blah blah blah, this and that. If you're honest, Concrete, I know you can't be honest, you Timothy, it is not always easy to manage big egos. Who in chillism is going to deny that we got the biggest egos in here? If you're being honest, you know what I'm saying is the truth. And when you're managing big egos, things are not always going to go right. Just be honest with yourself, right? So my thing, Concrete, is I think, especially as followers, we should give her a little bit of grace. Timothy is on another plane, so we can't ask him to do. But even him, if he's being honest, if he's being cordial, he can give Dawn a little grace too. And the final thing I'll end with, Jacobus, because I agree. You are funny.
I know. I made you.
I agree with most of what you said, but, and I hate that you make me have to do this. Hey, Cocky, you're not going to like this. Y'all know I give the Catholic Church as much criticism as anybody else, but I don't agree, Jacobus, that automatically Catholics either worship Mary or worship the Pope. I don't agree with that. As a matter of fact, I would argue that American Catholicism is a lot different than the rest of Catholicism around the world. American Catholicism, you can look at the polls when they're like when they're actually polled. You can see that they don't believe in Catholicism the way the Catechism lays it out, right? How the Pope is supposed to be, the vicar of Christ, this and that. Most American Catholics, believe it or not, they're Protestantized. They look at their Pope like we look at our pastors. Like how my father's a pastor, right? Or how, Billy Bob pastor down the street. They look at the Pope very similar. They don't look at him like the representative. No, they just look at him as their high priest, as their pastor. So I think we have to do a case by case basis, Jacobus. I don't think it's fair. And that's why I tried to make that distinction with you. Like, wait, are we talking about people who know that they're worshiping idols, or they're ignorant to that, or they come from an ideology that says that, but they're not particularly doing that themselves. So I don't think it's fair to just, because somebody's Catholic, assume that they worship the Pope or they worship Mary or all of that stuff. I've met plenty of great Catholics who are just like you or me or Concord or whatever. We're literally these Protestants, but that's the tradition they were raised in.
I would just say these people ain't do I did my due diligence on these people. Remember when Jesus said, if you offend one of these little ones, like these children, it might as well put a rope and a cinder block around your neck and throw you into the sea. I asked both these individuals, if the Pope was in a burning building with a baby, would you save? They said they'll save the Pope and offend that baby's life as if it were. So these individuals are already
Q.
Thank you, bro. I didn't know.
Don, there's look. So the canal says King Brad. No. So Don wrote that, right?
He's probably joking.
Don wrote that. So Don, we need you to fucking tighten up. Figure this out, Don.
Don, what's next after me? If it's Brad, that's fine. I didn't know.
No, there was no one after you. They made that up.
Okay, so they
Concrete made that up originally.
No, I didn't. This nigga's lying. This nigga's lying. This nigga's lying. I want you to. This nigga. Look, I'm about to screenshot it. So
I called before King.
I screenshot it.
I said, I'm going to King.
This nigga just lied.
Really did. Or like Concrete, then empathy, then Jacob.
This nigga's knowledge either lied or this nigga lied or under. Jacobus?
Yeah, Jacobus.
Look at Jacobus PTR.
Just so y'all know I'm in it too. Don't be disrespectful.
Yeah, we'll get you in there, Coach. You don't faggot ass nigga.
Wait, what's good about this? What's good about this?
Yo, let's go, King.
Snake Eyes, main source. Is that okay? There you go. Yeah, man. I love the Don hate. I think we need to keep it going till Don fucking admits to her fucking bull. And guess what, Don? The reason why we're leaning on because you actually give a fuck. You're actually doing the work, but you want to do the work in a fucking, as Timothy said, inconsistent manner, right? Based on your fucking whims and your allegiances.
I gotta apologize. I was wrong. I just scrolled up.
All right. Hit that mute button, brother. Hit that mute button. Thank you.
My bad.
Hit that mute button.
All right.
I accept your apology. Hit that mute button. I accept your apology. Hit that mute button. So, King, you're definitely right. The egos run right in the room, but that's the problem, right? Self-governance is the key. When niggas let their egos run rampant to the detriment of the room, and we've seen the consequences day after day and week after week, month after month, year after year. So you think at some point people will figure out, I can't just be unbridled with my fucking ego. I actually have to keep it in check for the sake of the conversation or the sake of the room or the sake of the situation, right? You think niggas would understand that. But for some strange reason, there seems to be like this law of institutional knowledge, and this shit has to be relearned and then relearned and then relearned, and this fuck shit. I actually thought that things would progressively get better, especially if you have the same crew of people and you dealt with the same problems over and over. But there seems to be like, I don't know, this stunting of growth. I don't know, it's weird, bro. And what's so crazy, some of the people with the biggest egos are the ones that want the room to improve. The people with the unbridled egos are the ones that want the room to improve. So it's almost like, for some reason, humans, work against their own best interests. This shit is crazy. So you actually need other human beings to wake you up to your own fucking self-destructive bullshit. But guess what? If your self-destructive bullshit is predicated on your fucking overblown ego, what are you gonna do about fucking somebody telling you to chill out? You're gonna take it as an affront. And so now you're in a fucking incurable loop of unbridled ego, fucking room destruction, fucking I'm upset that the room is destructive, so maybe I'm gonna correct myself a little bit, and it gets to my head, and I'm fucking over and over and over and over. And then we're gonna get to like the real point. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawk's. By my head I invoke. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign, given on the sacred deed of thee, O Lord. By the Lamb I invoke. Mine is the garment of white, stone with gold, the flashing of my light I wear. By my robe I invoke. Mine is the sign of the prophets and time. By the sign I invoke thee. Mine is the turban of woe, and mine the blue vigor of the imminent air. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beads of pearl, so have I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I bear the wand of double power and the voice of the master.
Hey, live. There's something going on with this shirt you see the kilowatt.
Child and conquering Lord.
full wrestling. Even the April even.
My hand is my sword of revenge. Let it strike at my bidding. By the sword I
Have no fun in this.
Mine is the head of the man, and my inside is keen as the hawks by my bed I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee.
Wow.
About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triumph, the reverse design, given of none, save it thee, O Lord. By the Lamed I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing of day that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of office and Typhoon. By the sign I invoke Mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue figure of the interwear. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beat of prayer, so run I after thee in thy power of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I bear the wand of double power in the voice of the Master. By the word I invoke thee. I know dark waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee. Strike the master chord, draw the flaming sword, child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. Voice of the 611
Mommy, what's a drill rapper and a domestic terrorist?
Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawks on my head. I invoked it. I am the only begotten child of mother and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee.
That would be racist.
Upon me shine the diamonds are radiant, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Given up none, save it be of thee, O Lord. By the free mine is the garment of white, sold with gold. The flashing of eye that I wear by my robe, I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a prophet and typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. For mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue figure of the intimate. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beats of pearl, so run I after thee in thy power of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I hear the voice of double power in the voice of the master. Abraham, by the word I invoke thee. Be mine heart the dark blue waves of music in the song that I make a bold to invoke thee. Strike a master chord. Just a flaming sword. Child and a conquering Lord. Avenger. By the song I invoke thee. In my ugly life for no revenge. Let it stretch out my vision. By the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the fight, the voice of the 611 other voices. Every heart of blood.
Corn cobbler.
Mine is the active man and my insight is keen as the heart. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. I only shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. My Oh Lord, by the Lamb and I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white sewn with gold, the flashing of light that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a prophet and triumph. By the sign I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white and gold, and my blue vicar again I may bear. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beat. I invoke thee. For that the one that has power in the voice of the Master. In the heart of Lord. By the word I invoke thee. Hey, my heart is not no waves of music in the sun that I be about to invoke thee. Strike the monster chord, draw the flaming sword, Johnny and conquering Lord, Lord, Amen, God, by the sword I invoke thee. In my hand is that sword of revenge, let it strike, as life beneath, by the sword I invoke the voice of the right. The voice of the 11 and the voices. Abra. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the ox. By my head
What? What's up?
I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear by my body. I invoke thee about me. Shine the time radiance white and pure by the brightness. I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reverse of the sign. Given of none save it be of thee. Oh Lord, by the layman. I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white. So mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the ox. By my head, I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear by my body. I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. I their brightness. Mine is the head of the hawk. Six and yellow rose and cross of life and love. Giving the song
That's right, bathroom break.
The invocation concludes. Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or under the earth, on my left or of the other, and every spell and scourge of God, the vast one might be.